Hello, I'm Sinta Danu, and welcome to Celestial Guidance Weekly Astrology and Tarot. So, today we're going to be going over the Aquarius Full Moon that happens on August 19th. So, that is going to be next Monday. I'm going to start with just a general astrology reading, going over the astrology chart for the full moon and how it's affecting everyone in general. All right. And before we get started, if you haven't heard yet, I am doing my astrology basics course. Now, it has already started. So right now you cannot sign up for the bundle because I'm trying to get through the workshops. Currently, I'm having them once a week. Now, I will be doing the astrology basics course one more time as a live workshop series. However, it's not going to be for about 2 months. So if you are interested in getting the whole course, you can wait until that promotion comes up. And the earlier you sign up, the better the deal you're going to get. Because I am going to have an early bird special for the astrology basics course. And either way, of course, if you have any questions, you can message me. You can comment on any of my Facebook posts. There's an event page that has information about when and where, etc. It is over Zoom, but all of the events are on my business page if you're looking to sign up for any of the workshops. And I will be promoting in the next couple weeks for the next time I'm going to run the workshop series, if you want to get the whole series, especially for a really good price. All right, so let's move on. Let's get into the astrology. This is the full moon Aquarius. Now, full moons in general is when things come to a head, they come to a peak. This is the climax of a situation. This is when things tend to kind of boil over, is during full moons. Our emotions are very heightened. We're very affected by the energies of the full moon. And so this is when people get into fights, break up, release things. It's just a really good time to kind of focus on high manifestation, like the peak of a situation, finishing projects, as well as kind of endings in general, or things that you're wishing to release and let go of, at least if you're interested in any kind of magic or manifestation practice. That's what full moons are used for. Now, this full moon is really interesting. So it's in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the rebel, the innovator, the scientist, the eccentric one, the weird sign of the zodiac. And I don't mean that offensively. I love Aquarius. I have Aquarius energy a little bit. That's why I'm an astrologer. It's the sign that rules astrology. So if you are interested in learning astrology, signing up on the full moon or learning more on the full moon about the astrology is really great. Outside of that, this is a really good time for things to come to fruition in regards to technology, astrology, anything that has to do with humanitarianism, associations, groups. It also has a little bit of an influence over like business income and your network and your friendships. So I would be a little bit careful with your friendships this week. There's might be some kind of blow up for most people regarding friendships because of the moon being in Aquarius for a full moon, especially because it's in this huge T square. So you see the moon's here in Aquarius, right, opposing the sun because it's a full moon. We have Mercury here as well. So there's a lot of thought, a lot of thinking, a lot of communicating, and we're communicating and thinking from a place of play, pleasure, romance, and that's all good and fine. However, it's making this T square to Uranus in Taurus. So in general, the axis from Leo to Aquarius has a lot of a tendency to do with the tension between our romantic life and our children and our friendships and network. So this is a time that there might be some problems with your friends or romantic partners. They may not be getting along, or they may be jealous, or feel like you're spending too much time with one or the other, especially with this square to Uranus. So Uranus rules Aquarius. It has to do with friendships. So it's very much about groups and associations, all of that, networking, business income. And being in Taurus, we're looking at, so Uranus is working from a place of shaking and breaking and like kind of creating this dramatic, sudden ascension in this Taurus energy relating to money and values. So the whole time that Uranus has been going through Taurus, it's really disrupted the economy. It's disrupting our values, how we view romance, money, things of value. All of that's been really disrupted, and there's a lot of chaos with that, a lot of unpredictability. And this is receiving a lot of tension from this compromise needed between your friendships and your romance, your network, and your children. It's creating all this tension to Uranus. So this can present itself as, you might be having a situationship. A lot of people are in situationships, and this might be a time that people get fed up. They get sick of it because it's not aligned with their values, what they want in relationships, what they value in life. So this could be some kind of breakup potentially for a lot of people who are in those kind of situations where it's like, are we friends? Are we lovers? Where there's not like a clear line of what the relationship represents, or, having that kind of in between where, you may be interested in a person and it's unreciprocated, or vice versa. This could definitely be a time where like relationships end over that tension between romance and friendship. I mean, this is really, in a lot of ways, that axis between Leo and Aquarius has a lot to do with unreciprocated love and the friend zone, basically. So there might be some tension here. There might be some blow-ups, some fights, or some friendships or romantic relationships that end over things relating to your values around friendships and relationships. So be mindful of that. It's also really good for taking action in regards to technology, innovation, astrology, especially taking action that with things that are aligned with your heart and your values, the things that are important to you. So keep that in mind. It's a really good time to finish projects related to your passions, as well as things relating to astrology, technology, and innovation. So if you've had any like projects that you haven't quite finished, this is like a really good time to finish a project. I mean, the Sun and Mercury are in Leo. This is a very creative space with the Sun and Mercury in Leo. So take your time to maybe focus on some creative projects. At the very least, your ego and your mind are thinking about love, romance, pleasure, creativity. And the Moon is over here in Aquarius. You're feeling very rebellious, innovative, looking for change and progress, feeling this need for progress. And it's all squaring Uranus, which is stirring up this chaotic, rebellious nature in terms of money and values. So just think about how those energies might be affecting you. Of course, I do always recommend that you have your birth chart ready when you're listening to the celestial guidance sessions. So there is a link in the description if you need a free birth chart. But I would really see like where this is hitting your chart, because also all these planets are at this really late degree, 27 degrees, very late, right? Getting really close to the critical degrees. So this might be a little bit of an unstable energy, which it kind of is already with the Moon in Aquarius and the full moon squaring Uranus, not to mention Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this aspect is extremely important to how this moon is going to manifest. It's also related to Saturn. And of course, we had that Mars-Jupiter conjunction square Saturn, and it's starting to move on and separate. So whatever growth that you've been experiencing and the limitations associated with that might be starting to move forward a little bit as Mars separates from Saturn. And of course, we've got Venus still in Virgo. So in terms of love and money, we're being much more practical, thinking about, daily life, health, practicality, efficiency, being able to separate what's useful from what's not at this time. So take that into account. But this is just a really good time to finish some projects, maybe get a little bit rebellious, step out of your comfort zone, be more creative, and kind of step into that electric energy that comes with Aquarius and Uranus. I like to think of them as kind of like a lightning bolt of inspiration or a sudden epiphany. So there's a lot of creative energy with this. All right. So that is celestial guidance for the week. So this full moon is going to be on Monday, August 19th. And of course, if you're interested about learning how to do astrology yourself, I am doing my Astrology Basics course. The workshop series has already started. Next week, so next Thursday, is going to be the next workshop, and that's going to be on the 12 houses. So if you're interested in either workshop, of course, sign up, or you can message me or check out the website because all of this is also on the website, on the page for Astrology Basics course, which you can get to from the home page. You just got to scroll to the bottom and it'll say something about learn more for the Astrology Basics course. Click that and it'll take you to the Astrology Basics course page on the website where it has all the workshops, and I believe it has all the payment links as well. So yeah, if you're interested about learning astrology, sign up for one of the courses. If you want to take the whole course, I will be doing this workshop series again in about 2 months because I'm going to finish this one, do some promoting, and then do it again. So it's going to be some time. But it is going wonderfully. We already had our first workshop. It went amazing. I have some amazing students. Love working with them. And it is so great. And that they were shocked with how much information I provided in just an hour, honestly. It was a lot. They might have been a little overwhelmed. But that's because I'm providing so much information and so much value so that you can actually really do this yourself. And other than that, I think I'm going to get out of here. If you are interested in getting a personal one-on-one reading, that link is also going to be in the comments and in the description. If you want a free birth chart, that's also in the comments and description. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Bye.